the second last hacker replay of the season. I will still do one next week. At least that is the plan. We had 250 submissions over last week, which is more than the week before. And I am going to let you guys know ahead of time. The names in this first match are inappropriate. So on the YouTube video, I will censor them. On the Twitch stream, I can't censor them because the names pop up everywhere. There's nothing I can do about them. So I apologize for the names. But we have a new exploit. Do you guys remember the Dokkaebi unlimited calls exploit? Well, they figured out how to do it with other operators, so this is probably not going to be good for Siege in the long term. And I will assume that these exploits will be doable in the new season as well, so that is not great. But in this match, they are accusing, it's Shark TNT accusing the Zofia and the Recruit. I don't think the Recruit did anything, but the Zofia has an exploit for unlimited Zofia impacts and concussion mines. Oh, wait, should I use one here? No, that was an impact run out. So, she did use one impact at the bottom of yellow. You can see in the bottom left, she has one impact, 2 concussions. Now, watch this. As you can see down here, it has gone to 483 impacts, 483 concussions. Which is the same thing that happened with Dokkaebi, where it gave her like 99 of them. Just unlimited Zofia concussions. I assume he's going to pull out the impact launcher soon and start just spamming people with them. With the Dokkaebi one, I kind of understood how they did it because you could like use a lag exploit to cause it to happen when you're hacking a phone, but I don't know how the fuck they did it with this. He literally just stopped and then immediately had a million of them. Also, to see what it's like, we're gonna go see Kaid's perspective on the whole thing. Probably like, okay, that was a little buggy, a little weird. Oh my god, this poor guy. It's funny that most of them aren't actually hitting him, but he tries to peek out. Oh, and he's getting the line scan here as well. Bro, this poor guy. I guess epilepsy warning. We'll stop watching there, but that is the experience dealing with that. Like, I don't even know what you do. And he clearly has walls from that very quick look. Yeah, he clearly has walls as well. I'm honestly shocked that he is not with his walls. He could just use the Zofia impacts and go below and hit them through the floor a million times and kill them. So why not do that? Instead, he's just spamming them with concussions. Poor guy. Oh, then they die. Damn. Yes, so that is the new exploit. What's surprising is they only submitted the one round, so I couldn't watch any more. Go look at Striker's POV. Let's see, what is he doing? He is queued with the cheater, and the other person had walls, so I assume this guy, from the looks of it, he also has walls. I don't think that this is just an error in rendering destruction. I assume he has walls. So yeah, new fun little Zofia exploit, and I would assume since they can do that with Dokkaebi, and I would assume since they can do that with Zofia, there is no limitation to who you could do that on. Now, I do know before I had a submission, but it was an incorrect submission, so we never got to watch it. Someone did tell me that Doc had a very similar exploit where you could just infinitely stim yourself over and over and over again. So I would assume that whatever this exploit is or whatever this cheat is that they're using just works for all of them. I'm not saying I want to see this, but KAPKAN with this would be insane. Imagine pushing in, clearing 5 KAPKAN traps on one door and be like, oh, we got all the KAPKAN traps. And then every door you go through has 5 KAPKAN traps or 3 or whatever. Or even like imagine doing it with Goyo. 18 gas canisters on the main wall. Like you're never getting in. So I don't know. I'm sure with those operators there's more limitations. The game probably has something in place for that. But for like launchables or in Dokubi's case like a callable, maybe they don't. I don't know. So that was the first cheat. Our first match. This next match, while it's not about like any exploits or anything, it is showcasing a problem, and that problem is that people are able to cheat for long periods of time or do blame cheats like in the last match and not get banned. I understand for the last match it's hard for Ubisoft to like track new cheats, like unlimited gadgets, but it shouldn't be impossible for them to track. In this match, we have someone who apparently has just 100% headshot rating on the season and 100% win rate in hundreds of matches and still has not been banned. We have Simi, Tiimy, who's accusing Doki.G2. And he said that in the last match he played before this, he had 27 kills at a 100% headshot rating. And apparently just like crazy high win rate. So blatantly cheating. Or should be. Let's see what ends up happening. So far, if he is cheating, I'm surprised he's not like just sprinting in there and killing everyone. Did you even see him? He barely saw like a bit of her hair, and he was moving his aim down before he even saw her. And since he's looking at that person through the wall, I'm gonna guess that he's just walling. And not just... Wait. You got a headshot there? He didn't even aim at his head. He aimed at his... Yeah, he was like aimed down here and he got a headshot. He might have like an aim cheat that just always gives him headshots, which makes it even crazier that he's not been banned. That would explain the 100% headshot rating. And he does this for 4 rounds. Okay, so he doesn't get a headshot for 2 of the kills because he uses a shotgun. But I feel like he must be using some type of aim cheat to have them always go to the head. Also, like, I saw just that there, but also in the first round with his hash aim onto a camera, he seems like he has terrible aim. So he should not be getting a lot of headshots, which makes me feel it is, like, I know he has walls. I think it is more likely that he has an aim cheat, that no matter where he aims at, he gets a headshot. And obviously walls here, as you can see, he's just running straight into sight. Not a care in the world. I do have his real name, so we can look up his stats and see if he really is at like a 100% headshot rating. I don't know if that first shot killed him or not. It looked like a chest shot was apparently a headshot. No, that one was an actual headshot. So his name in game is Doki.G2, but his actual name is Albert the Egg. I would hope he's been banned, but from what I saw, he has not. Nope. So he has played 544 matches this season. Clearly cheating, because he was 62 matches in bronze last season. So he's clearly been cheating for all 544 matches. His headshot rating lifetime is only 50%, but let's see what it's been recently. August 24th, 88.8% headshot rating across 80 kills. 91.8, 83.8, 80.5, 69.1. As you can see, I assume he was just getting more and more accustomed to his cheats because the headshot rating is slowly going up over time, but now we're at the more normal mark, 50%. Okay, so he only started cheating, at least blatantly, because he could have been cheating before this, but trying to be more subtle. Started cheating 4 days ago, and he went from gold all the way to diamond. And then in those 4 days, to give Ubisoft maybe a little bit of, benefit of the doubt of how quick they should be banning him, he played 28 total matches so far. 40, 58, and then 58 plus 26. That's 64, 84 matches. So he played 84 matches in 4 days, blatantly cheating. So it's not the full 544, but 84 matches blatantly cheating and not banned is crazy. Like, how do you not catch that? And then it looks like he's been playing with other people that he's boosting because they have negative KDs and are now in high ranks. Hubert the Egg, Gerbert the Egg, Gilbert the Egg are obviously ones that he is probably boosting the most. My question is, like, Ubisoft has stat bans. People are always like, oh, but if they're using like different types of cheats, they might not get caught, but like stat bans exist. And I think if any person suddenly jumps 5 ranks with a 100% headshot rating, they should probably just be banned instantly. But instead, they are not. 84 matches at a near 100% headshot rating should be obvious enough. So then it makes me wonder, have they just like disabled stat bans? Are they making sure like manual review before a stat ban goes out? I don't know. But stat bans seem to just not be doing anything. Probably using DMA cheats. DMA cheats would not circumvent stat bans. The only benefit that DMA cheats provide is that if Ubisoft is checking your PC for cheats, they will not find any because the cheats are on a different device. But if they catch you cheating, you can still be banned. People have this idea that like a DMA cheat makes it impossible to be banned, which is just not true. Because all DMA cheats provide is, it's basically you have your main computer where you're playing the game, and then a second computer that's running the cheats. So all it does is just give you the cheats without it being on your PC. So if you have intrusive anti-cheat, BattleEye is like moderately intrusive, it can't find your cheats. Doesn't mean that they can't figure out that you're cheating and still ban you. It's just they can't find the cheats. But like blatant cheaters with DMA are still going to get banned because stat bans exist. It's just clearly they're not strict enough or doing enough, because how that guy has played 84 matches with 100% headshot rating and not gotten banned instantly is beyond me. All right. And then we have the next match, which I think is a very similar theme, which is that another person who's been cheating for a long time and not been banned. I can't remember. In this match, we have Kat, or you, who's accusing Frag, their own teammate. Can't remember exactly why they got reported. I think it was for just being blatant and still not banned, but we'll see. Cheat DMA might cheat. DMA trying to be so hip. Also Game Addict. Just so you know, because I know we normally play on Sundays, I will not be playing today. After Hacker Replay, I will be heading out. Peter and his girlfriend Jade are staying with us this weekend, and today we're gonna go do things, so I'm just doing a short Hacker Replay stream, just so you know. If I'm not mistaken, I just saw it here while I was yapping. He aims right at the person in cafe through the wall, like locks onto him. and then looks away. Yeah. He didn't really do a good job of hiding it. Take them rock climbing? I am not. I actually went rock climbing yesterday. And went to a new gym. Didn't get a whole lot done, but it was fun to try something new. So, clearly cheating. Not even really trying to hide it, but not necessarily doing the same types of cheats that we've seen so far. Because it looks like he's still kind of bad. So he has slow reaction time, and he has lack of map knowledge, because he doesn't know where people are. This guy's at 22 kills. Does he just get even more blatant? Why is he pretending to look up? He knows no one's up there. I do love seeing cheaters who do this, though, where they try to make it look like they don't know where everyone is. I'm like, bro, you have already done so much that's obvious. Like, looking up at a hatch when no one's there is not gonna save you now. Like, you can even see here, he just keeps stopping and then looking around like, okay, what's my next move? Oh, he has a gold charm. He also has an emerald charm. Makes me wonder if he was gold, and then that's why he started cheating. Because he is kind of like moving and aiming a little bit like a gold. He doesn't really seem to be aware of what he needs to do or where people are. But the enemy team also seems very unaware. Oh. I just want to see how many kills he ends with. And then we'll look up his account. I don't think I actually have his real name. Unless that is his real name. But I doubt it. I do think, though, that genuinely he is sitting here like, I am so subtle, and they have no idea. But, like, it is just so blatantly obvious. Because I think if he was trying to be as blatant as possible and didn't care, he would be a lot more aggressive than this. Like, he keeps trying to just stare and wait, thinking that that helps him at all, but it doesn't. Like, we know he's cheating. We know he's not being subtle, but he's still trying. Okay. Let's find... Well, first, let's try looking up his name. Okay, it's not story mode. That is actually his name. Yep, gold. Oh, it's gold this season. Gold with a 4.33 KD. It's only 17 matches, but he does have a 100% win rate. So again, what is the point of stat bans if they're not banning for this? He's also a console player, by the way. It was Emerald and New Blood, and then on Xbox, what was he? Emerald also... Oh wait, it's the same stats. So he only played 3 seasons on console and then switched to PC and just started blatantly cheating. Like, what is the point of these stat bans if they're not going to use them? I get 17 matches could be a little bit too low, and his stats aren't, like, his headshot rating is 85.9. That is very high, but that is not, 100%. But, like, a 17 win rate, I guess a lot of really good players could be on 17 win rates, but I feel like that should be more than enough for them to at least, like, notice something. And a 4.33 KD, like, that is the stat that really should be flagged. I know it's low matches, but 4.33 KD I don't think is possible beyond, like, the first 10 matches. They care enough to keep the game above water and still making a profit, but anything beyond that isn't worth it. See, I disagree with that. So I do have a bit more of a soft spot when it comes to the anti-cheat team after, like, meeting the anti-cheat devs and talking to them and learning a lot about what goes on behind the scenes and how it works. So, like, I understand a bit more. That doesn't exonerate them from all, like, why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing that? But I do understand it more. I don't agree with the take that Ubisoft just doesn't care. I think Ubisoft cares a lot about Siege, because Siege, some of you might not know, is like the only game that they have that actually makes them money. They have installment games like Far Cry and Assassin's Creed that always make money, but those games come once every like 3 years now, and they take hundreds of millions of dollars to make. Siege costs way less to maintain and makes them so much money. So they do care a lot because they're like, we need this game to be good. We need this game to survive. Otherwise, the company goes bankrupt. Why is it still bad then? Cheating as a whole is evolving. I know people don't really think about it, but cheating has gone worse because cheating has gone better in a sense. So you're facing more cheaters because cheat development has gone easier, faster, and more adaptable. We're also talking about a 10-year-old game that is going to struggle to keep up. At the end of the day, I think everyone can agree that if we were looking at it like a race car, no matter what you do, no matter how much money you sink in, and no matter how much you upgrade, a 10-year-old car will always be beat by a brand new, top-of-the-line racing car. Because a 10-year-old car has older equipment, more limitations. A new car can have the newest technology possible. You don't have to worry about it. And you can't just add that new technology to the old car because it's old. Some stuff isn't compatible. So really, like, the only way to fix that is to completely build it from the ground up as a brand new car. But that is hard. And I know a lot of people, including myself, have argued that instead of Siege X, they should have just made Siege 2. I still think that that was their biggest mistake, was just trying to upgrade the current game as opposed to just remaking the game. But remaking a game is a lot harder. Upgrading the engine on your car is easier than building a whole new car from scratch. To end the little rant, I'm not saying that everything they're doing is fine, because it's not. Cheating is really bad, but I understand that it is very hard to deal with. It is not as easy as people imagine it to be, and I know a lot of people, they don't understand anti-cheat or cheating in general, and that's fine. It's a complicated topic, and honestly, I didn't really understand it until I started doing Hacker Replay. Hacker Replay really got me involved in the anti-cheat scene, and now I understand it a lot more. But people think that you just write a line of code that says, if they're cheating, ban them. It's not like that. There are so many metrics, so many lines of code, so many things checking and doing everything that you can't possibly easily catch everything. If it were that easy, it would have been done by now. That is my little rant about anti-cheat and development and all that. It is a very complicated issue. We cannot even begin to pretend that it is easy, because it is not. But we're going to continue on with more matches. In this match, we have Babix Zach, who is accusing Battle I Hate Me, which, based off the name, I'm going to assume is cheating. Also, the reason why we have 7 matches today instead of 6 is because, based on most of the submissions I got, I was like, most of these look like they're cheaters. So, we're going to do an extra one, because it's probably going to be a short one. What charm does he have? Is that the, oh, that's the Iron Maiden one, I think? So far, he's looking pretty innocent, since he keeps looking where no one is and holding his flank and doesn't really seem to be aware. It's at least better than the last match, where the guy was literally just staring at people and walking towards them. I don't know why he's holding the door that Doc is on. It's kind of a waste. They're doubling up on the door that he can't even really do anything if the guy pushes. I think he's actually about to get pushed in the back and does not realize it. Ash is just sitting and waiting. I know he has no way of knowing this, but if Ash had just pushed in while Mira was distracted, probably could have got 3 kills. Oh my god, that aim. He hit Thatcher, I think, twice. He thinks Ash is on the left because Ash just breached the wall. And he didn't see her on the right, so he thinks it's clear. I don't on first glance, I don't think this guy is cheating. The aim looked like a cheater aim because it was really bad. But I don't think he's cheating. Or at least no walls or anti-recoil or anything yet. I could understand seeing that being like, oh, that's suspicious, but like, I think that was just lucky timing on his part. We'll see. We'll watch more. Maybe he turns it on later. I don't know. Also, this is completely unrelated, but it bothers me every time I see it. I hate how dark the Goyo is here. It is pitch black when you place it there. It didn't show the name from what I saw, but I did see that they reported someone in the top right. I don't know if they just reported him off of that. Because, like, sure, he got a good kill on the Ash, but, like, that was pretty lucky, I would say. Like, he swung multiple times, never saw him, and then swung one time and killed him. They actually kill him second in this round. He's not even holding like a good position. He's just sitting in the middle of the room. And now he's gonna get shot in the back. What kind of trick? The important thing is though, did he get the wall? He did not. That looked normal. He was on edge. And then he got shot because he went for the bandit on the wall. And Tubaro didn't really cover the wall. I'm just seeing some good bandit trick in here. Just kidding. I don't know how he fucked that up. He hit the Kali a little bit, but not that much.
Unauthorized animus use can lead to a lasting neurological damage.
Do something.
Anomaly detected.
Okay.
Animus use until further notice.
Is that walls, or did he hear Kali walking up towards the wall? And was it just coincidence that they happened to line up through the wall? And I'm sure if you look at any of our matches, there could easily be times where you accidentally line up with someone and you did not expect it. Even there, that was like super slow reaction on the Ash, followed by whiffs. Chat saying it looks sus. I think he probably could have heard Kali and thought that they were walking up a lot closer. Sound is, remember, it's siege sound. Just the other day, I had someone walk up to the other side of my wall. Like, if I was here, they were here, and it sounded like they were on a staircase above me. It is siege sound, after all. That looked like a reaction as well. He also had a slow reaction on the Nomad, but a reaction nonetheless. I don't know. It does feel like the enemy team is not that good. So I could see them being like, this is really crazy how he manages to kill us. But like, even there, he saw Dokubi twice and then reacted. He didn't realize that Dokubi was in the room. He was just waiting for someone to push the door. And there, that was a normal reaction as well. What round did they say he was cheating on? I don't know. I normally don't write down that information because I don't want to be like, oh, don't worry about anything until this round. I try to like go into it a bit more blind. Unless it's one of the flagship matches, then I'll usually download or write down more information so that I know what to expect. Press H, you can hide. Yeah, I know you can hide the outlines, but I think having the outlines gives us more of an idea if they actually are lining people up, because otherwise maybe he's just aiming at a wall. I don't like turning it off unless we're trying to, or like repeating a moment, looking at what it looks like normally versus with outlines. does get 2 kills. Actually, 3 kills here. All headshots. I haven't really been paying attention. I don't know if most of these kills have been headshots or not. So I accidentally skipped forward there, but it looks like he decided to just walk in because they are bandit tricking. They don't really have anything to deal with that. I mean, they do. They have a Zofia, but I don't think the Zofia knows what to do. Okay. When you combo what he did with Callie and this, it's starting to feel a little bit more like walls, but if he knows the lineup, you just pre-fire that. That is common in the higher ranks. However, I don't know if I can say that he feels like a higher ranked player. So, was this like a skill shot? Could be lucky as well. But he doesn't play like a skillful player, so... And that was free. Doc wasn't even looking at him. And then he trades. I can understand the suspicion, but maybe it was... Maybe it was lucky, maybe it was skill, maybe that's one of the only things he knows how to line up. But I'm starting to lean more towards probably wall hacking. Thing is, at the beginning, we have to acknowledge he did seem to be lost and not know exactly where anyone was. Like when he was in that mirror round, he kept looking at people that weren't there. So there he's just pinging the smoke, swings and kills him. And they actually, the cheater loses, or the accused player loses. And then runs in and dies. He leaned pretty deep there to look for that last guy. I mean, to be fair, on the rafters, I know what you're talking about, so... When he was pushing up into here on rafters, if this wall is reinforced, this door is castled off, and you already killed a guy on pillar, like, is there really much more for you to look at other than deep here? Like, a lot of people push into rafters and they hold the deep angle, because you can also see to this door. If someone's running back to site, you can kill them. But I don't really think that that is that crazy to look at that angle. I'm gonna guess, at least so far, unless he does something crazy and somehow still manages to lose, I'm gonna guess not cheating, especially using 6 charges there. But cheaters are bad, so maybe he's a bad cheater. He didn't see the guy in main lobby, now he did. Dies. I'm gonna guess not cheating. Could be a bad cheater, but most of his reactions and like positionings were perfectly fine. Let's see his stats. Diamond. Champion. Diamond or champion. But he is on European servers, which are easier. That didn't feel like diamond or champion. But he has no cheaters on his friends, or on his encounters that we know of. Hold on. Let me do some more investigating. I think the reason why this looks so wonky, and it felt like he wasn't that good, is I think he queues with a lot of low rank people to get easier lobbies. Like he went 11-4 with a 54% headshot rating, but he had a silver and a plat on his team that brought down the MR, and a gold. I think this actually might be a 5-stack. Esbriga, Ciola, and Aramone. I actually don't see them. Let's look at the silvers encounters. Okay, he's played with him a few matches. Look at the gold. Doesn't look like he's played with him. I actually played with him maybe 4 matches. Okay, so here's my guess. I don't think he's cheating. I think he only plays with lower level people or lower rank people, and so he gets easier lobbies. There's also the possibility, though, that he actually doesn't seem to queue with that many low rank people and just gets easier lobbies, which is why everything seems so wonky. Could be just friends. He could just be playing with people he knows, which is perfectly fine. But it gets him into easier lobbies. I don't know if I can believe that he is a champ or diamond player himself, which if he plays with low rank people, it would inflate his rank, which makes complete sense. I just don't know if I don't know if I believe his rank himself. In this match, we have Joe Powder OG, who's accusing June Fen. But June Fen's the one who submitted the match. Did I get it backwards? Actual name is Joe Powder OG. I guess he's queued with his friend Joe Powder. In game, his name is Joe On Fent, and he's accusing Zofia. Oh, recoil cheat? From the looks of it. Yeah, that is definitely a recoil cheat. It is just horizontal. But then here it looks a bit more natural. Oh, it's still bad. Or like still pretty blatant. But he definitely has recoil cheats. He's also running ectoplasm skin, which is somewhat rare. I think you can buy it on the marketplace though. And then chroma streaks with a diamond skin or diamond charm. Bruh, he's so blatantly walling. So he tried so hard to make it look like just random spray here, but you can see, so he shoots at the Cav, and then Cav is still running to the left, and even though he's spraying left to right, he's like following her as she moves across. He lights her up down to 1 HP. So, pretty obvious he's cheating. I must say so myself. So this match is also, I guess, another one I downloaded to showcase that, like, stat bans need to start doing something, because we'll look at his stats in a minute, but they are very, very high. Ideally, this match was from a week ago. He should be banned by now. But it is Siege. Alright. So in this match, his username is KHRXR dot. It's only 400 credits for that weapon skin he had. Oh, I thought it was way more. He is currently in champ with a 1.7 KD and a 70% win rate. Let's see what his headshot rating is. It should be pretty high given that he has no recoil. 100%, 100%, 100%. He has so many 100% headshot matches, but they're always on the lower end of kills. So I think my guess is he's intentionally trying to like keep his headshot rating reasonable so he doesn't get flagged. But he has 90% headshot rating in a 19 kill match. 91 in an 11 kill match. Like, these should be flags for sure. I don't think it's possible to have above like a 75% headshot rating once you go like 12 kills or more. It's just not going to happen. You'll wall bang someone, they'll be down, so then you finish them when they're down. Most people don't go for a headshot. Just sometimes you kill with gadgets. Those aren't headshots, so that is crazy that they haven't banned him. Definitely has unlock all as well. Probably. I mean, let's look at his seasons. He had a diamond charm from like 2 years ago or longer. What was it? I think that's the Zombies season, isn't it? 2 seasons before this, and neither of them had this charm. So yes, he does have an unlock all. He does have a champ background from multiple seasons ago. Again, never been champ before. And yeah, he runs that on everything. Okay. Oh, it's Dread Factor? That does make sense. That did look like Fenrir's gadget. So yeah, unlock all, no recoil, walls. And how many matches did he play? 240 matches with a high win rate, high kills per match, and a overall higher KD. And decent headshot rating across most of those matches. I think he should have been banned a long time ago. Alright, next match is OPEC, I think. In this match we have Stanton Stant on FJ. I don't know what the hell that means. And then he's accusing Optics 13. This does look like it's another very Blaine match. This is, again, why I chose 7 matches. Because I was like, this is probably going to go by very quickly. People are just not hiding it. It's end of season. People don't care anymore. They will be blatantly cheating in every match they can. Because there's also a belief. I don't believe it to be true at all. But there is a belief amongst cheaters that if they cheat at the end of a season, they can't get banned in the next season. They basically think that the last week is a completely free chance to just do whatever you want with 0 punishment, like a purge week. But I don't think there's any reason to believe that to be true. I think the reason why they think it's true is because by the time the reports get read and stuff, the season will be over. But like, it doesn't matter. They can still ban you and see that you've been cheating from last season. I don't know where that idea came in. There's also, I guess I'll talk about it a little bit now. I've been seeing it a lot on Twitter. A lot of people are under the impression that forfeiting a match or surrendering a match against cheaters prevents you from getting rollback, which is just so not true. By the way, I thought it was very obvious that he was cheating, and he's only 5 and 4. What happened? I thought it was pretty obvious. I know we were yapping a lot in that round. I think it was very obvious that he was cheating, right? He was just looking at them through the wall. Tried to kill that guy on the roof, but then the guy on the roof was running away, so he never stopped looking at him. Like, even here, it does look like he just keeps looking at them through the wall. Bro, what is he even aiming at here? He walks out, looks to the right, but he's aiming at the truck and then just flicks to Ying's head. Like, he's aiming so far away and then just flicks over, kills her. I think he's definitely cheating. If I'm not mistaken, I'll pull up the report just to make sure. I believe in this match, they said that they accused him of cheating, and then so he stopped being blamed about it. And even here, when he jumps back inside, he kind of aims right above the line and moves his aim, or buck, and moves his aim kind of with him. As soon as he dies, he immediately looks away, which I don't think... If you were a legit player, you would be able to react that quickly to that person dying out there. That as soon as they die, he immediately looks away. Take you a second to be like, oh, that person died. Also, I think the Cav, like, walls was over by the time he looked at him through the wall, but I don't know for sure. That ammo. I think it's obvious that he's cheating. All the cheaters make the same mistake of un-ADSing and then look where people are and then re-ADSing to swing. Happens every time. I always tell my teammates to never accuse the cheater because they'll stop being blamed. We did have that in my match that made into a video yesterday. The cheater was on our team. The enemy team accused him of cheating, and so he stopped cheating in the match we were in. And then when I watched it back, I was like, oh, he was blatantly walling. But we had no idea because he stopped cheating. Okay. So he got 4 kills in the first 2 rounds, and then did almost nothing for the next 3 rounds. He saw Echo's, like, hip there, but there's no way he'd be able to know exactly where Echo was after not looking for like 1 second. It also looks like he activated a recoil cheat there. He had normal burst, and then all of a sudden it was flat. definitely went full toggle here. Bro, he changed his aim to crouch level through the wall. Oh my god. Okay, well. If it wasn't obvious before, which it really should have been, he made it obvious there. Optics 13 was bronze, makes sense. Now plat, makes sense. 1.82 KD across 116 matches. He is on a 12-win streak right now. He played last night and then stopped 4 hours ago. It's funny how much his KD or his headshot rating fluctuates. Like here he has 100% headshot rating on 10 kills, and then before that 11 kills, 27%. Like because he's bad and using cheats, it's like he's just very inconsistent. All right. Last match of Hacker Replay. I think even adding the extra match, it's still going to be a very short Hacker Replay. In this match, we have Drift King TMD, who's accusing Madden Goat 123. No droning, typical. Just sprints out of spawn with not a care in the world. What's funny is that they put in the effort to manually pick up the diffuser, because the diffuser would never go to Ash. They did all this work to just AFK and drone phase and then sprint in. He's definitely cheating. I'm sad that it was so obvious right away, because I was hoping we'd at least have like a somewhat long final match, but this is every cheater that we are dealing with right now. They're just blatant. Yeah, it looks like he kills a lot more people here. I also just realized extended barrel, no grip on the Ash. So he has full walls. He does not have anti-recoil, but full walls, no aimbot. Maybe he does. Does he have a recoil cheat of some kind? Like where people would look at that and be like, what do you mean? But there's cheats where for us, the recoil looks terrible, but for him, the shots are landing perfectly. Because, yeah, he's aiming way above her and killing her. So I think he has a recoil cheat. We just don't see it. It makes his aim look worse, but it actually is better for him. I do remember that being a big thing in the past where when you had a recoil cheat, you would shoot and your bullets would just, or like your gun would go straight to the roof, but on your end, it would look like they are like perfectly flat. He also is not really familiar with the game enough because he tried to shoot in a Rooney gate. What I want to know is how does this go to overtime? Magnetized bullets, soft aim. Yeah, there's a lot of different names for it. I always just call it like aim assist because it is what it is. Like you aim terribly, but the bullets still go to their target. That is what aim assist kind of is. Also, I don't mean to spark a whole PC versus console debate right now, but I know there was a big talk about it because of Siege, or not Siege, because of COD. I still personally cannot ever call something a true pro league when everyone just uses aim assist. Like imagine if Siege's pro league, the top players just had aim assist all the time. I'd be like, this isn't skill, this is just the computer doing it for you. I know that upsets a lot of console players, but like, if the game is aiming for you, that's not skill. He's really choppy, and I don't know why. Damn, he lost that while blatantly walling. But the reason I bring up the aim thing, or the aim assist, because like we don't look at this guy and say, wow, he is so good. Because even though he's missing his shots, the bullets are still going and killing people. And like for the same reason, we would not look at someone with aim assist and be like, wow, they're so good. Because that's not impressive to have the game aim for you. What I want to know is, what does he do here that he loses this gunfight? Because they lose the whole game. The cheater loses. You can just tell how bad his like positioning is and what he wants to do. He doesn't know like where to sit and how to hold. I think he actually gets flanked here. Oh, he does get flanked. And he just loses that gunfight? Bro, Lugs has beat him, I think, 3 different times. He just loses the gunfight. That's insane. Alright, so this Ash/Fenrir has already been banned. He had a 3.92 KD in ranked and a 4.45 KD in unranked. What I want to know is how long did it take for him to get banned? 31 matches this season. I would assume he started cheating this season. He was on PSN or PlayStation, but he never played before. Oh no, he did in 2023. Why can't I see matches from back then? Okay, so he played a lot on console back in the day. Okay, now what I'm wondering is this just a stolen account? Like, did they just buy a stolen account and start cheating on it on PC? Because there's no way he would stop playing for 2 years, come back to a different platform, and just be blatantly cheating. Like, this has to be a purchased account. It's also level 50. Like, it just reached level 50 before he got banned. And he was playing a lot of unranked, blatantly cheating the entire time. I think for sure it's a stolen account. I'm curious how many old console accounts are just like floating around out there that have been stolen that cheaters buy and then steal on. I have zero clue what the numbers would be like, but it must be really high. In COD, they used to turn it off a decade ago, but they don't do it now. Decade ago doesn't matter if they don't do it now. In Modern Warfare 3, having it off was the norm. I can tell you from my North American experience, that was not the norm. No one ever turned off aim assist. Everyone always kept that shit on. I didn't think, was there even an option? There must have been since you're saying that, but I do not remember there being an option to turn off aim assist. That is the state of cheating still. I'm sure the final hacker replay we'll do for the season next week will be a lot of the same. If you guys have any interesting cheats or exploits or matches to send me, please do, because 90% of the submissions I get are blatant wall hacker, blatant aimbotter, blatant whatever. I'm like, we watched 7 matches and the video will probably boil down to like a 40-minute hacker replay. Like, these aren't in-depth or crazy because it's just blatant, and I know that's what a lot of the game is, but if anyone has anything interesting, please send it in, because I want more interesting matches. That Zofio one, at least that one was interesting. Bad names in it, but it had something new. But I guess we should also wait and see. The new season, normally whenever there's a new season, the cheats go crazy. Like, normally we have some of the craziest new cheats in the first week because they're just breaking everything they can. We'll see.